So I was recently asked between the Navy Federal More Rewards and the Navy Federal Flagship for, let's say, shopping and things like that, which credit card would I prefer? Now, so y'all already know. So I love the Navy Federal More Rewards. That's going to be my favorite credit card. But I also love the Navy Federal Flagship because that was the first Navy Federal credit card that I got. But I do also have the Navy Federal Cash Rewards card as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the website. So let's take a look at the website, and then I'm going to tell y'all which credit card will probably be the best one to get. Let's say if you're only going to apply for one, which one I think. But I do feel like with, let's say, maybe the Navy Federal Flagship and the Navy Federal More Rewards, I really think that those two credit cards really work well together. But I'll tell you about that in a minute. So when you come over here to the Navy Federal sites, and we're going to go to credit cards. And so we're going to take a look at the credit card. So you have the cash rewards card. So you can get 1.75 if you have direct deposit. And then you have the Navy Federal Platinum. And so this is going to be those people that want a low interest credit card. And then you have the Go Rewards. So this is going to be really for people that like to go to restaurants because you can get 3 times the points for restaurants, 2 times the points for gas, and then 1 time the point for everything else. But then here is where we have the Navy Federal Flagship and the Navy Federal More Rewards. So we're going to compare the two credit cards, and then I'm going to tell you which one I think. So first, we have the Navy Federal Flagship. And so for this credit card, you're going to get 3 times the points for travel, 2 times the points for everything else. But then also, you can get up to $100 for the global entry or the TSA pre check. And y'all know, even though I only had the Navy Federal Flagship credit card forever, y'all, why did I just get the TSA pre-check? And it didn't even take, it was not even as hard as I thought it was going to be. I was like dragging my feet with it, but I finally did it. And it was only like $78. So I would say if you have the Navy Federal Flagship credit card and you have been waiting, go ahead and do it. Don't be like me where you was waiting all this time to do it. No reason to do that. So also, let's see. So then, of course, we know you can redeem for cash, travel, gifts, and things like that. So then we have the Navy Federal More Rewards card. And so this is saying for everyday spending, like your grocery shopping, your gas, your dining. So you're going to get 3 times the points on dining, 3 times the points on grocery store shopping, 3 times the points on gas, and then 1 times the points on everything else. And so when I think about this card, now the one thing that I didn't say is for the Navy Federal Flagship, it is a $49 annual fee. But as you see right here, you're going to get, like up to $100 for the TSA or the pre-check. So that's going to be worth it plus the points. So I definitely feel like with some of these annual fees being so high, 49 is really not that bad. So in this question, he was asking, especially let's say if you're going shopping and things like that. So I would say outside of grocery store and gas and dining, because he did not state that in his comment. And so what I said is, I think for that instance, I would use the Navy Federal Flagship because you're going to get 2 times the points for everything else. So you really have to understand your spending when you're getting these credit cards so that you can pick the one best for you. But overall, I would definitely say with the Navy Federal More Rewards, like it states, this is a, like an everyday kind of card. So we're going to be eating every day. We're going to have to get some gas. And we're going to have to either go out to eat or we're going to have to go to the grocery store. So that's why I like the Navy Federal More Rewards credit card. But I also like to use that one with the Navy Federal Flagship. So those are pretty much the two credit cards that are my daily drivers. I always have those in my purse. But like I said, really have to know where your spending are. So I think first, I would probably get the more rewards. I think I would get the more rewards first because I feel like one, with it not having an annual fee, and then two, with you being able to use it on more of your everyday purchases, I feel like you would get more bang for your buck. Plus, it has 3 times the points on most of our everyday things. Then with the Navy Federal Flagship, that's going to be 2 times the points on everything else. So then I use that for everything else. But for the most part, I don't use it for travel. So that's the weird part about it. But I still feel like I still get a lot of points with my Navy Federal Flagship because, like, even maybe like the first year that I got it, I earned a lot on that credit card and I wasn't using it for travel. So, don't think that you necessarily have to use it for travel. But so I'm going to say for everyday purchases, groceries, gas, and dining, I'm going to say the Navy Federal More Rewards card. But for everything else, the Navy Federal Flagship. But let me know in the comments, what do you think? Which one of these are your favorite? Now, I will say, I feel like when I got the Navy Federal More Rewards, they approved me for 25,000. But see, that's where building a relationship with Navy Federal is gonna come into play because my first credit card was a Navy Federal Flagship, and they had only approved me for 6,700. But see, at the time, I wasn't depositing any money. I didn't have direct deposit. I wasn't even depositing any money in my checking or savings. I just had the account. So I think building that relationship with Navy Federal, and then I think I probably had an auto loan and everything, and then I had finally started doing direct deposit. So by the time I had got the Navy Federal More Rewards, they really hooked me up, and they gave me 25. Well, I was approved for 25,000. So that's good. But I'm just like, here lately, I feel like I've been seeing more people get approved for the flagship for 25. But you'll have to let me know in the comments, which Navy Federal credit card do you have? And did you get approved for a high limit? Or, like me, when you first got, let's say even like the Navy Federal flagship, did you get approved for a high credit limit? Because I didn't. And it probably was like 3 years later where I had finally asked for a credit limit increase. And then, so now I'm up to 14,700, I believe, on the Navy Federal flagship. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? But I don't think you can go wrong with any of the Navy Federal credit cards, but really understand your spending so that you can get the best credit card for you on the front end. But also, check out, with the Navy Federal Platinum and the Navy Federal Gold card. I know those are kind of slept on a little bit, but especially with interest rates being so high, and if you're not paying off your credit card every month, I definitely would suggest taking a look at that Navy Federal Platinum credit card so that, let's say, if you have other credit cards that have high limits, if you apply and you get approved for that Navy Federal Platinum card, you can do a balance transfer. And I think it's like 0.99. And then it also has the lowest interest rate of all the credit cards. So that's just, a little extra because I know people, I would say the Navy Federal Platinum credit card is kind of slept on a little bit, but I do think it is a good card. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? And thank you so much for watching. Until next time. It's not a game, it's a rich thing.